gonna start with our white belt, stripe 1, standing self-defense techniques. So it's gonna start with what we call some basic wrist grabs. We have a high wrist grab and a low wrist grab. I wanna show you the self-defense aspect of this, and I wanna show you the sport aspect. So we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna do both of these in this video. So let's say here we're just like this. Let's say he gives me a push. My hands are up. Now you see how my hands are staggered, and he grabs this wrist right to there. This is a primary. A lot of times people grab to either pull me and like take me away and pull me in, or they might do this to try to hit me. Boom. So what we want to do is when we establish our stance, my hands are up, he grabs my hand. And now, when he grabs my hand, just like this, I'm gonna pull his hand back. When I pull his hand back, I take my hand down, I grab his wrist, I'm gonna pull it off, and when I pull it off, I'm gonna pull him in, and I'm gonna get into what we call a 2-on-1 position, just like this. So from here, he gives me a push, my hands are up, he grabs, I pull it, and I'm right to here. Now, my 2-on-1 position, my foot's behind his foot, my knee's into his knee, his elbow's on my sternum, I'm cupping his shoulder, and I got his wrist right here. I'm just giving him an arm bar, just like that, okay? Now, what could also happen is I could just get behind him too, just like this, which is not a big deal, okay? So here, let's say he pushes me again, my hand's up on this side, he grabs, I take it down. Now, what I don't want to do is just stand here. I want to pull his wrist and get over here because I don't want him to try to hit me with that hand. I could go to my 2-on-1 position, knee behind the knee, elbow to my sternum. I got his wrist and his shoulder, and I'm giving him a little pressure. Or here, he pushes me, my hands are up, he grabs, boom, I just get behind him. I could body lock, or I could disengage. Those are all my options on this, okay? So a quick little way to practice this is if he just grabs my wrist, I take it down and I move. Grabs my wrist, I take it down and I move. Wrist, take it down and I move. Now, that's our self-defense portion. When we're doing sport, what's gonna happen is we'll slap hands and we'll be out here like this. He might grab my wrist, okay? And when he does, I just take it and pull it off. He grabs my wrist, boom, just like that, okay? And that's an option. So we'll start doing, this will be called what we refer to as arm drags, just like that. Just like that, okay? So it's a little sport idea. All right, now let's demonstrate the low wrist grab, okay? So for now, let's say I'm standing here like this and bad guy comes up and just grabs me because my hand is down, he grabs me and he starts to yank. When he starts to yank, I get my base. I'm in my base position. I can clear it off, get behind him. All right, so for here, let's just keep it simple. Let's say he grabs this wrist and he steps back with that foot. Boom, I step in, I get my base. I'm gonna clear this hand off. I'm gonna come right to here, just like that, all right? He grabs the other wrist, he steps back with the leg. Boom, I get my base, I clear it. I get to the position, my 2-on-1. Super simple, right? These are just common things. Now, I could be standing like this, and he reaches up and grabs with his right hand, and grabs me, and then pulls me back. Boom, back into position, back into my 2-on-1, okay? I'm also not saying that we can't be striking from here, because this is self-defense. If he grabs my wrist and starts pulling me in, here, palm strike, elbow, knee, push. That's, self-defense. I don't spend a lot of time doing all that because we have a striking program, but that can totally be added in. It's not a big deal, okay? If we're doing sport, we're here like this and he just reaches down and grabs my wrist. Boom, break it off, get right to there. Grabs my wrist, break it off, get right there. And that's just another arm drag. So high risk grab, low risk grab, self-defense, and sport.